This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. Many people have passed this information along to me. They wanted me to check out this trailer for the new YouTube Red show called The Thinning. And I have to say, it is quite not only disturbing, but it is quite obvious what they're trying to say and what they're trying to show here, which is more predictive programming from the New World Order. As all of these shows continue to come out, pushing agenda after agenda, indoctrinating people with what is to come, that is how they work and how they operate. The plot for this show, The Thinning, get this, it's so right in your face, it's unbelievable. Set in a future where population control is dictated by a high school aptitude test, 2 students must take down the system before it takes them first. Now, you might be saying, well, what does that mean? Well, let me dissect the trailer and the plot for you. You can see here a fence with cameras surrounding it, barbed wire, looks like a prison, almost like a FEMA camp. And the premise is that these students have to be the smartest possible students they can be. Otherwise, they're going to be wiped out and killed. Because the population, according to the trailer, is just too big. There's not enough resources. So the film is pushing population control. It's also pushing other agendas, but let's start with that. Pushing population control, which is one of the biggest agendas, if not the biggest agenda that they always try to push. We hear Bill Gates, we hear all of these elitists talking about what a problem it is in our world with so many people. What they do is they trick people into thinking that we live in an overpopulated society based on cramming everybody into cities. All you got to do is drive cross country. Okay, it doesn't matter what route you take, central, northern, southern, you will see endless miles of open area. Unfortunately, the majority of it is owned by our government. So they pretend that, oh, there's no land, we're running out of land, there's too many people being born, because they want to wipe us out, and they're going to. Part of Agenda 2030 is the depopulation agenda, so that is what this show is conditioning people for. A society where they will brainwash people into thinking that we've run out of resources, that we're going to have to start killing people because population is such a big problem. The global warming agenda will play into this as well. So in the trailer, you can see everybody crammed together, all the houses that have, 5 feet between them. This is all part of their plan. That is why nobody has acres, nobody has massive yards anymore. People's houses are pretty much touching one another this day and age. They are cramming everyone together. Thus you see on television all these shows about tiny homes, people living in houses that are 400 square feet. They are pushing this agenda. The trailer says the only option is to decrease the population size. So we see kids learning in school, and what it tells you is that these children are raised inside of their system, the government system, which is obviously what happens now. And just like how good you are inside of this fake system, the education system. So the more fake knowledge you know about the world, the more fake history, the more useless things that they teach you that you know about, and the higher grades you get, the more rewarded you are inside of their system. That's how it works. You'll get a higher paying job. It is all part of an indoctrination. That's why it is so hard to bring people out of the mind control. Because they went to school, they had this beaten into their head over and over. They're proud of their grades. They're proud of where they went to college. They don't want to hear that it was a waste of their lives. So many years of their lives wasted learning and being programmed by nothing but lies. So these children are rewarded for being, good citizens inside of the system by being allowed to stay alive. So the cast or the plot here revolves around these people who have to take an aptitude test. If they pass the test and they're the highest, they get the highest grades out of everybody, they live. If they don't, they're removed and they're executed. That is the plot. That is how ridiculous they are getting with their agendas. And people will see this and they go, oh, it's an interesting concept. We do have a lot of population issues. I heard Bill Gates talking about it. No, we don't. Okay, this is part of their agenda. Now, they're also pushing for a super intelligent race, which is, part of a superhuman race. Be all you can be as smart as possible. They want you to be as smart as possible when it comes to believing in their lies. Now, what's more interesting is we see the president here of the United States. It's his system, and he brags about how America is the smartest country in the world based on this system he's implemented with population control. And they said, if you don't support our society, then you are a parasite. I repeat, if you do not support our society, you are a parasite. And that's exactly what we see going on now. For anyone that speaks against the news and the lies of this world, we're considered parasites because we're attacking the system that our brothers and sisters out there who are completely lost and under mind control, the system that they love, the system that they're a part of. They don't want to be taken away from the system. They like it. They love being slaves without realizing they're slaves to a system, working 50 hours a week, never spending time with their family, never taking time to themselves to enjoy the beauty of the world that God created, the actual world, you know, the beauty of nature, not the beauty of an office cubicle. So they talk about people like myself, people like you who listen to the show, how we're parasites. Anybody who is against their system is a parasite and needs to be eliminated in due time, which we don't know when the end times are going to be, but we know we're heading towards them at a rapid pace right now. But they're going to convince people that people like me and you need to be executed, specifically Christians, as we see they continue to talk about how we're parasites, how we're bigots, how we're hateful, right? All these TV shows mocking Jesus Christ, mocking us, and the only way that they shine light on us is in a bad way, is to say that we're hateful people. We're not going along with the gay agenda and the transgender agenda. So this is what they're brainwashing people into believing and into accepting at some point in time. A single standardized test that determines who survives. That is the part. You see the kids in the classroom like sheep on their devices, learning how they're taught by the teachers. You have to be the best you can possibly be. Students who fail the test will be eliminated. Then we have, guys who look like FBI, CIA, secret intelligence guys coming in and carrying kids out of the classroom when they fail the test and being murdered. So some of the students say, well, we got to fight back against this system. Now, people out there who are asleep will say, well, wait, it's speaking against it because the kids are trying to take down the system. It is just conditioning 101. Just like Terminator with transhumanism, all of this stuff, it's just conditioning, right? The Alien movies is conditioning. Demon movies, conditioning. Doesn't matter who wins, who loses in the movies. It is to get you to say, oh, like the movie, to be desensitized from what they're trying to do and to be okay with going along with it because you've already seen it. You've already, oh yeah, like that movie. Oh, it's no big deal. In reality, this is the plan. This is why we have FEMA camps. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to have people take a standardized test. But what they're hinting at is how, you need to go along with this system. You need to be as good as you can be inside of the matrix. Get the best grades you can get. Regurgitate the same crap that they teach you year after year and go spread those lies to your children and to people close to you. And that's what people do. That's why it's so hard for people like us to function in this world, because you can't go out and have a normal conversation with anyone because they're completely programmed. You start talking to them and they talk about politics like it's real. They talk about the things that are going on, the current events, as if they're real. They don't believe in secret societies. They don't believe in Satanism. They don't believe that Freemasons are bad or any of this stuff because they are so programmed, and they want the entire world to be completely programmed, and people who are non-compliant with this will be eliminated. You can see the surveillance in the trailer as well. Cameras all over the place. Not a surprise there. They're already inside of our homes. But you can see the monitoring. They're monitoring their behavior. They're monitoring what they're doing around the clock because they're trying to create a race of servants for them who are completely indoctrinated with the lies of this world, but who they will look down on and say, okay, but they deserve to live over the others because at least they believe in our system and they're following forth with our system so they can be the goyim in our system and we can spit on them and we can ridicule them and we can mock them all we want to because we control the system and we control their lives and the outcome of their lives. So this is called the thinning. When I heard it, I thought it was about Thinner or something, the movie Thinner, about a fat guy losing weight. I think it was a Stephen King book. But now, obviously, after watching the trailer, it makes more sense, right? Thinning out the population, folks. Agenda 2030. And that's why you see these people like Bill Gates out there, Ted Turner, pushing population control and how it's such a problem. The late, not great David Rockefeller, always pushing population control, fear of running out of resources. They control the resources. They have the resources. They stole the resources of the earth. And they're going to lie to people to think that we need to depopulate to continue going on as a nation. That's how sick and how sad this world continues to get. So YouTube Red, just like Netflix, okay, these are new avenues, new channels for new programming. They know people are starting to turn away from television, but they know people are on their devices. So many people listen to this channel, message me and say, well, I got rid of TV years ago. It's the best thing I ever did. But you have the internet and you have Netflix, okay, and maybe you don't have Netflix, but you have YouTube. They are going to attack on every platform that they can. Okay, they want you on your phone, watching this garbage wherever you are. That's why they have phones with, you can watch TV on your phone, you can watch TV here, you can be on your device there. It doesn't matter, and people do it because they want to keep you under constant mind control. So YouTube Red going along with Netflix now, putting out quote-unquote original content. This has got to be one of the worst plots and trailers I've ever seen. It looks, it really is hilarious. It looks so ridiculous that people would actually watch this stuff and be entertained by it. But it is here to indoctrinate people, and people will go along with it because they won't realize that they're under mind control. And they'll say, you know what? We should kill off the stupid people who fail the test because they're stupid. We need a world of smarter people. This is the crap that they feed people, and they buy it. The people who are under the mind control are the dumbest of them all because in their minds they think they are so smart and have everything figured out. They don't realize that all they are to them is a mouse in a wheel, going nowhere, spinning continuously. I thank you for listening to today's show. God bless all of you and your families.